And I didn't know much about fantasy, and I didn't know much about Lord of the Rings before beginning this project. It seems to be that sense of our world reflected and refracted through another world, and a world far enough away from our own that has like the imaginative qualities and possibilities and potential, but enough closer to ourselves that we can see our own society and lives reflected in it.
I really love about being Galadriel, being an elf and being part of Middle-earth is the kind of sanctity and the beauty of the natural world, and that's something that I need to remind myself that we're not in Middle-earth, but we are surrounded by magic. If you go and look at the sea, if you look into the sky and look at the clouds, see the sunrise, the sunset, it's just as magical as Middle-earth, really, our real world. So yeah, that passion for nature is a lovely thing I've got from this. Yes, which I'm amazed they do, because the makeup and ears and hair work that goes in is quite incredible, so I'm always quite impressed when I'm recognising my meagre human form.
Always, and I would use them. Because you got to try things, right? See how it goes. You can always take the thing off.
Can you go?
Well, that's what you got to discover. But you can't just leave, I wouldn't be able to ignore it, I know that. I would be tempted. I would be tempted, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a fun night. I did have my dog with me, but she's gone home. Yeah, she's been staying with me for the past few days.
I'm not sure she'll be.
I don't think it's quite her scene, but I would love to have had her with me, but no, she's gone to stay with her friends.
Actually, I've seen a lot of dogs around Junkers lately. It must be a thing.
Yeah, and she just turned 2. She's very calm. No, I'm saying this, I'm touching wood, but yeah, she's calmer than she was when she was a puppy, when she was an absolute nightmare.
I mean, last year it was funny because I brought all my friends to the premiere. I wasn't in the first episode. I'm in the second for like a tiny bit, but I'm in these a lot, so it's okay.
Did they take the piss? They're like, yeah.
You're not even in this, man. Little did they know.
I mean, it kind of felt like getting the band back together, because we really like each other and we're all huge Tolkien fans, and we like hanging out. So that was kind of the overwhelming sensation. In terms of going back to the character, he's in a tight spot, so it was complicated. The truth is, everybody would use the ring. We like to think we'd all throw it into the fire, but it takes a very special individual to overcome that temptation.
Yes, actually. I did. There was someone knocking on my front door and saying, "Excuse me, are you Max and Baldry? Can you come downstairs?" And I was like, how did you know where I live? So terrifying. But also, it's wonderful to be able to spend like a day like this and celebrate it with fans of the show. Okay, so Isildur wakes up in a spider cave and has to fight Shelob in the very first sequence where we see him in. So we mean as we go on. I think the season for him is a very physical one. It's he's a fish out of water in Middle-earth. He's been left by his family, by his father, by all of Numenor, and he has to learn how to survive. And he has to make new friends. He has to learn who to trust. And he grows up immeasurably in season 2, and he becomes a man, I think, by the end of it.
There is a lot of secrecy involved in creating a show like The Rings of Power. And when I was first hired now, several years ago, I watched the first cut of the first episode. And then I asked the showrunners a bunch of questions about where the show's going to go that season, where it's going to go the following season, and the room went icy cold. They do share the scripts with me. They do share their ideas for future seasons. I feel grateful that they do because it informs what I write. I need to know where it's going